Link 50. What you said about Bernie is basically something where he is now talking about black people and minorities going to prison. And I agree with the premise, first of all. But it's something where I get so tired of people talking about something when it's beneficial for them. Now, he has done, I've followed him more than just this year. And he has talked about, protest and about the inequities in economics. But a lot of what he is doing now is just making me feel like he's doing it to get attention and to get some more support from a community of people.
So you don't believe him either?
Oh, well, I think that he probably is doing it for a good reason. But I think he could have said the same thing 2 years ago, and I would have followed him more and done more with him. I personally know people that want to see him succeed and want to see him as president.
Right.
But he could have started doing this 2 years ago, and I would have believed that it was for a better purpose more than I do now. And
so I'm just going to say, you're cynical and you ain't sure about his motives.
No, and like I said, I think he has good motives. But my other piece of this puzzle is that he started too late trying to do this. He should have started.
There is a bit of maneuvering going on, so maybe he's not. Yes, he may feel that way, but he wasn't strong in his convictions as far as you're concerned. He should have had these strength of convictions sooner, earlier, and then you would be more inclined to trust him.
Yeah. And I do believe he is saying things that he feels should happen, but it's just like me saying, well, I shouldn't have struck the match over the gasoline that was on the floor after the house is burned down.
Oh dear.
So I think I need to be.
Then, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to do it quicker. And so, there are the incarceration rate for men of color, women of color in my country is way, 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 way out of whack. One in three black men go to prison.
Yeah.
And that's a reality.
I'm just coming to that, K-Rose, because I was like, oh my God, that's high. That's too high. There's too many people, too much. Oh, I'm sorry, let me be clear. Too many black men going to jail. And you just look at that and you think, wah. Okay, see, over here in the UK, one of the many things we do have in common, K-Rose, is that we don't really get on with our police service, especially the black men, because, okay, I'm just going to say it. Here's some proof that over here in the UK, because it has been said that we do have very corrupt officials in our government, right? I'm sorry. Here is video proof, which is link 17, K-Rose, that some police officers do lie. People, please watch at your leisure. Post, comment, share. Let us know what you think at Ask Avani Show and on the Ask Avani Show Facebook group page. Tell us what you think now. Because, okay, there was a man driving his car, black man driving a nice car. Police saw him. This is just a quick synopsis. The police saw him. They were coming from the other direction. I must stress this, okay? The black man was in traffic, stopped at the traffic lights, and you will clearly hear the policeman say, oh, look at that guy. He's on his phone. So they went in the opposite direction, and then they turned around, and later on they stopped him. They pulled over this guy in his nice car, his black guy. And he said to them, officer, please can you tell me why you stopped me? Okay. And they were sort of mumbling. Then they said, your number plate is not right, and you got a black number plate, because we're not really allowed to have black number plates. And they said, no, you got a black number plate at the front. And I think, please, again, all you car drivers out there, please let me know. Is it that because I can't remember, is it that you can't have two black number plates, or that you can have one and it can only be in a specific place, whether it's the front or the back? I can't remember. But they stopped him because he had a black number plate, and they said it was because he had it at the front. And he said to him, you're lying. You ain't stopped me for that. And the video proof shows it. What they said they stopped him for is because he was on the phone. But when the policeman stopped him and he asked him why, he lied and said something else. And then he said to him, no, go and check the front of my car, because my number plate is not black. You're lying. You're telling lies. And sure enough, he went to the front of the car and it wasn't black. So he's like, okay, so why did you really stop me? And the policeman is bluffing and blustering and, and you can see, like, he's getting caught out in his lie. Now, imagine if that is what is happening so much every time a black person or a black man especially every time they see the police now, as we say over here, he's going to be digi. He ain't going to want to see if he drives off fast, the police is going to get done for that, because they're going to say, why did you drive off if you ain't guilty of doing something? So basically, the black man was saying, you stopped me because you think I'm a drug dealer or something like that, innit? And they're like, no. And then he asked him, is it your car? And he's like, well, I know you've already checked up on me, so it's mine. And he goes, yeah, well, I checked the car. I didn't check up on you. He goes, yeah, but obviously it's my car. I register it. When you register your car, you register your name, isn't it? Your full name and address and all that information. That's why it's got to tally, isn't it? Because if it doesn't tally, they're going to pull you in and say the car doesn't belong to you. Have you stole it? Do you have permission to be driving it? Blah, 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 blah. Do you see what I mean? There's so many rabbit holes you could get pulled down.
Well, it's the same way here in the United States. That is profiling. If I'm in a Maserati and I'm driving through Oak Cliff and I pass a police officer, he is going to probably, I'll give you 8 to 9 times out of 10, they are going to turn around and follow me. And they're going to run my plates and they're going to pull it over, it meaning the car. And when I roll down my window, well, you were doing so-and-so, or you did this, or can I see your registration? All the things that this person just went to, and it is because I'm a black man driving.
A nice car, not just any car.
Oh, just driving. I'm just saying black man driving.
Okay, just driving. Okay, let's just do it. Driving.
Black
man
just driving. Doing it. And I mean, I plan to have a Maserati. I plan to have a Porsche. I plan to speak this into existence. And,
there you go.
But I shouldn't have to worry about driving that car.
No.
Anywhere. I could be in another affluent neighborhood, and I guarantee to you, if I'm driving through one of the affluent neighborhoods in this city, and I know 2 of them that are no more than 15, 20 minutes from where I'm sitting in my house, if I go through there in a Porsche or a Maserati or
anything
with the window down or whatever, I'm getting pulled over, period.
Because your face doesn't fit, and you're a black man, and what are you doing here, and what have you been up to, and they're just going to keep on asking you all these questions, isn't it?
Well, face don't fit the car. That's what it is.
Well, face don't fit the neighborhood.
Period.
Hello. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, wow. People, wow. When you see some things and you just think to yourself, wow, why is that even legal? That what they just done? Your mind, people, I have posted today, please look at some of the memes on it as well, because some of those were so, when I found them, I was like, oh no, I have to share this with my listeners. Did you see the memes, K-Rose?
No, I'm gonna look at them again.
Yeah, because and look at the moving picture ones though, because oh my god, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god. There's one, and there's 2 guys, and they hear sirens and they start running, and then they jump over fences and they're hiding behind the back of the house, and then one guy says to the other, why did we run? And the other guy looks at him and like in disbelief, like, because we're black.
And we know that they're probably going to try to arrest us. That's what's up.
And remember, these guys were just walking down the street, but the mentality now is ingrained in our young black men, especially, if you hear sirens, you need to run, or you need to, because even if you know you ain't done nothing, you're going to get accused of something. Do you see what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it, oh my god, wow. Whew, I was speechless. I mean, Link 19, Keros, I must say this. I mean, I think this is a video, and it's how UK police disarmed, I should say, a knife attacker, and why it sparked debate about the US practices. People, go and
Okay, give me that link again. Sorry about that.
Link 19. That's all right. Link 19.
And because I noticed it, and I was getting ready to post that one because with the community connection featuring JC and Mothers Against Police Brutality here in the Dallas area, we are well acquainted at So Metro Radio with police brutality.
Oh God. See. Oh my God. And this is the thing, though. See, this is what we have in common in the UK. There's too many mothers losing too many sons to knife crime and or police brutality, because you know what? I can't even tell you a specific reason, because there's so many factors that play into it. And it's usually, if you just break it down, I want to know what people think out there at Ask Avani Show. Tell us, if you just break it down, what would it be? Is it because he's a black man or black youth? Or what, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time? hello, we have such a high proportion of young men being killed or well, it's usually killed because a lot of them ain't surviving these stabbings and shootings. And for what? When they go to tell the mother your son died, and one of the first things she's going to ask is, oh my God, why? Why did this happen? What happened? Can they give her a full and clear account? No.
Well, a lot of times here in my country, they don't explain it at all.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with power in police or in power. And to me, a policeman is supposed to protect me and serve me. Mm-hmm. And they protect and serve property. They protect and serve people with money. But they don't always, and I'm not talking about all police either, and I say this all the time. No, some police are not there to protect and serve everyone. And that is what the ultimate problem is with policing across the world. Mm-hmm. And you talked about corruption. Your company or your country doesn't have a monopoly on corruption in government. Trust me.
No, I think we can't. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we can. Oh my God.
Yeah. We're just as bad, and there are other countries that are just as bad. And I hate always talking about follow the money or it's a money grab, but just think about it. If we didn't have money as a means to decide wealth, if it was based on how good K. Rose was at what he did and he could make money, or not make money, but he could earn things for his family based on how well I did X. Mm-hmm. And if I was great at doing X, I got more things given to me because I was good at doing my job. I just didn't start off with X number of billion dollars, but I was just good at doing something. If we changed how we did things, which will never happen, so
why you say that?
I'm sorry. We can never change it to that system. It'll never happen. So, but I live within whatever the system is, and but there are times.
But we don't have no choice, isn't it? It's like
right.
a minefield. You're constantly trying to navigate that to see. Okay, can I listen? The next step I take. Oh, I'm gonna have to pray that it don't take my leg off, much less kill me.
And I mean that's how it is when I'm just driving in my car. Sometimes there was a time from probably around 2013. And 14 to where there was so much happening, and I had already, earlier in my life, it's just there was a certain attitude I had when I got pulled over by a policeman. I'm better now because I think so many people have exposed that policemen lie, just like we posted. And there are instances of them doing it, like in South Carolina when that police officer shot the guy that was running it. That one incident encompassed a lot of the things from our show. That person that was pulled over by the police officer had just gotten a car that didn't have regular plates. Again, what we talked about. He started to run from the police officer because he had child support problems.
Oh my God.
And he thought he was possibly going to be arrested. And he had said, hey, I don't want to go to jail. So he got out and started running. The police officer then shot him in the back and lied about it.
Wow.
And would not have been caught had someone not filmed it on a cell phone.
Well, even if they knew he was lying, they still wouldn't have prosecuted him anyway because, like you said, they don't really care for the truth, a lot of these.
He wouldn't even gotten arrested. If there wasn't a
because as far as they're concerned, no, we're going to take his word is the law. So we're going to, whatever he says is just the truth and that's it. And there's no one around to corroborate or to say, no, that's not true.
That's why I tell my sons plural, if you're having any engagement or any kind of connectivity with law enforcement of any level, just have your cell phone. Have your cell phone where you have it set where you can start it to record at a moment's notice.
Yeah, but what happens if he notices it, the copper, I should say? And
put it in your pocket, put it in your whatever. And if it happens that they do that, because I've already told them, if I need to fight for you and you were doing the right thing, there is no one as ferocious as me for you. And I've already told you what to do. And if you did what I told you and then they take your phone or they break it or whatever, it's on then.
Because the reason why they're doing that is because they know that they're in the wrong, and they don't want you to have any type of proof to say that what they said was not the truth. So it's like, okay, people, link 22, Keros, this is powerful, and I want to know what everyone out there thinks. Please let us know at Ask Avani Show. Now, do you agree with the headline of this next article? Because I don't know, I ain't sure about this. I don't know. If Ferguson were in the UK, Michael Brown would almost certainly be alive. Come on, people. I ain't sure about that. I don't know, because we